Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here today. Let's get right to it. We're talking about guns today. I'm sharing something with you that is of the utmost importance, especially to the women in your lives. And women, if you're listening to this, perk up your ears and soak this in. We are at the point in our society where we have got to learn to defend ourselves. Yes, you can have pepper spray, you can have pellet guns, but I'm telling you, at this rate that we are accelerating into a madhouse in this nation, those kinds of weapons are only going to piss off the attacker, and he's just going to come at you harder. I am encouraging you, ladies, get a gun. Now then, 3 years ago, I would have never been saying that. I was saying I could never kill someone. I was saying I could never even hold a gun. They scared me. Here's how you can overcome if you're in that arena. I'm going to give you 6 things that you can do to overcome that. Men, if you're wanting your wives, daughters, mothers, friends to carry, you have got to be patient with them while they learn. Females were not made to kill. It's not in our DNA. God didn't put it there. We're nurturers. That's why it's difficult to get to this point, but necessary. Now then, number 1, go over basic safety. Gun safety, ladies. You can get a video and learn that. You can listen to someone you respect and feel safe with to tell you that, but learn the gun safety. Number 2, get around guns. Now, what happened to me, I had a friend that allowed me to take a couple of his guns home and said, just carry them around dry. That means not loaded. See what feels good. Can you grip this well? Is it too heavy? Can you sight it well? Those kinds of things just needed to be done without someone telling me over, sometimes our husbands or our sons or friends, they want to tell us, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And granted, those are good things to listen to. But sometimes, ladies, you just need to get by yourself in your house and think, if someone came through that door, what would I do if I had this in my hand? And then just have that process in mind. However long it takes you. It took me a month or 2 just to go carry the gun through my house, hold it in my hands, aim it, pull the trigger, dry. I'm not loaded, obviously. So I didn't even know how to load the gun at that point. I just was getting used to the feel of it and realizing it's okay to hold this and carry it. The third thing, once you pick a gun that works for you, go out and practice with it. If you have to go out to the country and practice or go to the range, wherever you go with someone who knows what they're doing, that can teach you patiently how to load the mag and how to put it in the gun and how to chamber the round, all of those things. Even the vocabulary may be new to you. It was to me. I'm still learning. But those are words that you need to learn as quickly as possible so that you can defend yourself. So go out and practice. Shoot cans, shoot bottles, whatever. Get used to it. The first time you pull that trigger and that discharges, it's going to startle you. It's going to scare you. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was that powerful. But then you're going to be like, okay, game on, I can do this. Now then, I will also say, the 4th thing you need to do is find a comfortable holster. Interesting enough, what I have found is most holsters are made for men. And granted, they're the ones who are carrying the most. I don't have a beef against that. I am not a skinny girl. I am not a fit girl. So all the holsters I was looking at for women were not for mothers that were 56 years old and had 2 children. But that's beside the point. I found a holster that looks like a mom purse. I don't like the purses that are holsters. This is actually nearly a fanny pack. It is absolutely fabulous. I can have my credit card, my phone in it, things like that. But I also have access to my gun immediately, and I honestly look like a mom who doesn't even have a gun. So that's what I liked about it. I also can wear it in the car, so I have it on me while I'm driving, and no one knows. It's not around my waist. It's slung over my shoulders and down front hip. So find a holster that you think might work for you. I don't know what that would be. And also, once you have that holster, start practicing drawing and dry shooting in your backyard or in your house. Once again, the dry shooting process is crucial in gaining confidence with the gun. It also is good to use your imagination while you're dry shooting. I go out in the backyard and I run behind things, trees and things, imagining that that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm not in a position where I can do a quick draw and shoot. I'm mainly thinking hide and then get ready, reach in and get the gun slowly. That's where my mind is now. So practice drawing with your holster. Also watch videos of women shooting on YouTube. It's different. Our bodies are different than men's. Our center of balance is different. So watch what women do to brace. It's a whole body thing. To brace, to grip, how to do the arms, how to do your elbows. All of those things are important. And you can do that all on your own. Now, the next thing is, how do you bridge the gap between just practicing around the house and going out in public with it, with that heavy responsibility? Here's what I've done. I began just carrying an unloaded gun. Now, I know the men in my life who are gun who are gun advocates are like, well, that's stupid. An empty gun won't do you any good. Well, I understand that, but I could not mentally accept I just could not think about carrying with bullets. I had to desensitize myself. So I carried an unloaded gun just to get used to it. And sometimes I'd reach in and just hold the grip just to know what that felt like. I began carrying it to church first. I don't know why. I felt safer doing that, but so I carried to church. Then I bridged the gap and carried to the grocery store. Then I carried to Walmart, and I carried it empty. Now then, do not carry a gun into a place where it's illegal to carry it, or there's signs that say you can't. So be aware of what's the laws are where you're at. That's critical. So then I began carrying with a loaded mag or with loaded mags. No, the gun is still empty, but I do have the ammunition with me if I need to load the gun. I know situations go down in seconds. I would probably be dead at this point, but I'm in training. That's how I thought about it. I didn't think about it as being unsafe. I thought about it as I'm training myself, and this is going to take time. And carrying a gun with a mag not in it is better than nothing at all. So that's where I was at. And men, please don't rag on your wives for having to go through the process of carrying, or your moms or sisters or whoever. Be extremely patient with them. So then you go to the next level, which is carrying a loaded gun. Whether you have it round chambered or not, that's something you have to come to grips with yourself. Personally, I'm not quite ready to go with a loaded gun. I'm getting close, but I'm not quite ready. But I will tell you, ladies, when you go into Walmart with that gun on your hip, you feel so much safer. You will not be a victim, potentially, if you have that on you. And I'll give you another tip. This one's for free. Well, they're all for free, but this one's to file away. A mental tip. When you're practicing out on the range, you know what you can say these words to yourself in your head, and I'll guarantee you your aim will nearly be spot on. Here's what I say before I pull that trigger and I'm aiming. I say, "You can't have my children, you son of a bitch." And I pull the trigger. That is the only thing I think I could kill for if my children were threatened. I don't mind dying myself, but I will not, as long as I have a breath in my body, watch my children suffer unnecessarily if I can defend them. And you need to be in that spot too. But it's a process. And it's okay to take time to train yourself to become armed. That's all I've got today. You got to stay close to Jesus during these times. He's the only way, the only one who can save us. This is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.